Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name once again is Celestial C888, and today we will be using the Celtic Dragon Tarot once again. Now before we get started, I'd like to thank everybody who has already liked, shared, subscribed, commented on the videos if you have. And if you haven't already, please at this time hit those notifications, hit the subscribe button to help the community grow, and comment, what has resonated with you with my readings, what hasn't. I love to hear from the community as we grow. And now, without further ado, let us begin. All right, Sagittarius, these are your cards, and this is your general reading for the first full week of September. That is September 4th through September 10th, 2022. Now, first impressions that I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, this week is that you're definitely going to be going through something this week. I think you're going to be dealing with a situation that maybe you've avoided for a while. You didn't want to deal with it. Maybe you just weren't emotionally there to deal with it mentally or maybe even physically. But something's happening with these Eight of Wands here. Like, I see that a barrier or events are just breaking. So like a barrier has just been broken and an event is just moving quickly. For some of you, you might even be finding yourself taking a trip somewhere to deal with this situation. Like maybe you took a airplane to wherever it is that you need to go, and you need to deal with something that's going on. Maybe it's a family situation, maybe it's a friend situation, but like there's something that's going on with you this week, Sagittarius, that you've kind of just been avoiding, because you also have this Queen of Swords. And when I say this Queen of Swords comes up into most people's readings, it's usually just like, oh, there's a lesson that you've avoided learning, and now it's coming back so that you can learn, so that you can deal with it and learn it now. And I definitely feel for the collective Sagittarius, this is what's happening. Now, again, this doesn't necessarily have to apply to everybody, and you can always check for your sun, moon, or rising if this doesn't apply to you. But for the collective Sagittarius, this week, you guys are definitely dealing with something, and it is a bit of a struggle, whatever it is you're dealing with. So like, again, if it's like a mental trauma or physical trauma, whatever it is that's going on, it's a struggle. You have this Ten of Wands, and you've definitely struggled with it in the past. Maybe that's why you've avoided dealing with it for so long, because every time you've tried to deal with it, it's always just been draining. It's always just been a struggle. So you just think, let me just ignore it, then I won't have to deal with it. But I don't think you can ignore it anymore this week, Sagittarius. This thing is, you have to deal with it. There's no other way to put it. Again, like I said, this doesn't necessarily have to apply to everyone. So but if it is something that you've been struggling with at school, at work, maybe with a friend, maybe with a relationship, you've struggled to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with. Now is the week where you have to deal with it no matter what. Whatever the issue is, and I can see you're struggling here. Look at the card itself. This person's struggling, but the only way to get to the other side is to keep going, Sagittarius. You need to also keep going, not just avoid the struggle, because the struggle is hard. The struggle is always going to be hard, but we have to keep going if we want to reach to the dragon. Now, the next card you have this week, Sagittarius, is the Moon card. And I want to say for this week, the Moon card is asking you not to be impulsive with your decisions this week. I want to say that for the collective Sagittarius, and again, this doesn't have to apply to everyone, but just be careful of what you're doing and how you're doing it this week. Definitely listen to your intuition, listen to your psychic abilities if you have it. Pay attention to your dreams as well, Sagittarius, because I really feel like this is going to be very helpful for you this week, especially in dealing with whatever it is that you've been struggling with it for who knows how long. I feel as if for some of you, you've been struggling with this issue for years, and you just, every time it comes up, you just nope, I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to avoid it, put it away. Now it's coming back again, and maybe your impulse is to just put it away. And I want to say that for this week, Sagittarius, you've got to work through that. You've got to deal with it. it's not something you can avoid anymore. Because again, you have the Ace of Swords here, and the Ace of Swords again, I want to say, is illuminating that you've got to be careful with your decision making. You got to be careful with how you're behaving this week, Sagittarius. I feel as if this, whatever this is that's going on, is gonna put you in for a tailspin kind of situation. It's just like, it might have just came out of nowhere. You were probably happily living your life, being perfectly fine, not even thinking about it, and then all of a sudden somebody brings it up, and then all of a sudden you're feeling all the feelings that you felt before, and you might make a rash decision because of it. But I'm telling you, Sagittarius, right now is not the time to do this. Again, listen to your own intuition, listen to the moon, listen to the moon, like pay attention to your dreams again, because I feel as if this is what's really gonna help you, Sagittarius, this week. This is what's really gonna help you this week. But again, like I said, with this Ace of Swords, please be careful with what you do this week, especially like impulse decisions that that you wouldn't make under normal circumstances. Excuse me. Actually, like, really stop and consider for this week, Sagittarius. Again, like I said, for the collective Sagittarius, you guys are going through something very important. Again, this doesn't have to necessarily apply to everybody, but it is what it is for right now. And finally, you have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. So, like, again, Sagittarius in the collective, you guys are gonna have a wish fulfilled. So maybe for those of you who are having to like overcome whatever the struggle is, the wish fulfillment is that you've always just wanted to get over this completely and never had to deal with it again, and that is going to be your wish fulfillment. For those Sagittarius who maybe the first part of the reading doesn't apply to at all, and maybe it's just a different kind of wish that they're going to have fulfilled, a small wishes, big wishes, whatever it is. Sagittarius, as a collective, you guys have some wish fulfillment with this Nine of Cups here. So definitely look forward to that when it does come. Again, like I've said, this week is not without its struggles for you, Sagittarius. And, I don't know what every individual Sagittarius is going to be dealing with. I just know collectively you guys are going to be dealing with something, because you've had this lesson that you kind of just avoided, and now it's coming back, and now you cannot avoid it anymore. It's going to be a struggle, Sagittarius. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a struggle with this Ten of Wands, but I believe that you guys are going to be able to get through it, especially if you listen to your intuition and you pay attention to your dreams and everything that I've said. All right, Sagittarius, that is your general reading for the week. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, comment to help the channel grow, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.